I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what pose I'm doing in the thumbnail of this video. All I know is it's not this, and that makes it different. Whatever. Right, so yes, it's time for my Wonder Woman spoiler talk. This is me talking about the spoilers in the movie Wonder Woman. If you haven't seen Wonder Woman, do not worry. I have a spoiler-free review. I will link it below, so you can go check it out, check the movie out. After you watch the movie, come back here. You can hear me prattle on about some spoilers. Or if you don't care about spoilers, stick around. I love you. So as this is a spoiler talk, spoilers ultimately come along later on in the movie. Except for the part, Wonder Woman follows Steve Trevor to London because she needs to stop World War I because she believes Ares, the god of war, is behind World War I. That's right, Ares dicked over Kratos, now he's dicking over the Earth. The dude is just a douche in everything. Except for Brian Azarella's Wonder Woman, in which he was a frail old broken man. Other than that though, and in following Steve Trevor around, she has a couple of moments where she's just like, yeah, what you're saying is stupid, guys. Like that room where only dudes can be in it, and she just pops up and she's like, why on earth are you doing this? She goes to Steve Trevor, she's like, you didn't even do anything in there. And I love that because that's very applicable to really the working world in general. And it really showed how she sees war. And it shows her that this world she stepped into, it's not what she came from. And she plays along with it with Steve Trevor like, oh, we gotta go to the mission, until that scene on the battlefield where she's like, nope. She puts on her tiara and she's like, that's not what I'm gonna do. She goes out there and she takes all the fire with her shield and they're like, she's taking the fire, let's do it. And they take the town. God, she was badass in that scene though. See where she just goes, that dude is doing the, like, you know, he's being the sniper, he's doing the Saving Private Ryan thing, they can't get a shot off, and she's like, all right, bam, just knees the whole building, the top of it comes down. It's like, it's over. I'm pretty sure that dude's dead. And it has a fair amount of intrigue as to who is Ares. For a while, you think it's that dude. We'll call him Faux Ares, or William Stryker from X-Men Origins Wolverine. Point is, she thinks he's Ares. At this point, you think he's Ares because that Dr. Poison lady is giving him these pills. He inhales the gas and he gets all jacked up. I cannot help but think, looking forward, what that might be. Keeping in mind, this is a cinematic universe they are building. I can't help but think that might be a prelude to Bane's venom. I can see Bane in a Batman movie down the line all like, it is a compound derived from a doctor from World War I, Dr. Poison. He probably would sound different. Remember in The Incredible Hulk, like Colonel Ross is talking to Tim Roth, he was like, oh, back in World War II, we tried something new. Tim Roth was like, yeah, super soldier. He was like, oversimplification, but yes. And if you know what you're listening for and looking at, you're like, they're talking about Captain America, which is a cool Easter egg. I can't help but think that little pill that he would crack and smell like roid rage smelling salts is Bane's venom in some way, shape, or form. And it would jack him up and she kills him. And the war's not over. And it's how it's supposed to be, damn it. You kill Ares, the war ends. And there's great dialogue between her and Chris Pine at this point. Chris Pine's like, maybe it's not that. Which I love because for a long time, Chris Pine's like, Ares isn't real. But he has a great bit of dialogue with her where he's like, maybe it's not a god. Maybe this is just us. Maybe we suck. Maybe there's good in us in the human race, but maybe there's also shitty sucky that makes war. Maybe that's just who we are. And then Ares comes out to validate the entire thing. But that's right, Remus Lupin, one of Harry Potter's great guardians, is like, yep, I'm Ares, and you guys do suck. He even says, I'm not the god of war, I'm the god of inspiration. Or something like that. But I was like, wait, gods of aren't those muses? That's a muse, right? Ares is a muse. That's a neat take. It's an interesting and relevant take because I love that fact. I love the fact that it's just whispers. It's kind of like it's the devil. Like in most stories involving the devil always professes, he's like, I don't make people do shit. I just set the stage. Granted, Hades is the god of the underworld, so he is more comparable to the devil. Doesn't change the fact that Ares in this movie's tactic is very much that of the devil in most stories. Whisper things to people, give them inspiration, they will do with it what they will, which is probably going to be very power hungry and shitty. But that poison lady with a porcelain face, she does serve a purpose, but really the villains in this movie are very underdeveloped, which I will say this, just gotta look at it for what it is. Most of the Marvel movies are great, and most of the Marvel movies have a common complaint, and that is the villains are very underdeveloped. And now Wonder Woman, a DC movie in the DC cinematic universe that many people profess is their favorite in the DC cinematic universe. The villains are underdeveloped. And in that, the point is, I get it, I myself would like to find some Goldilocks zone where it's like great hero story with a great villain, everything works. But you cannot deny concentrating on the heroes works for a better movie overall, if you just have to choose one. I just found that interesting, I really did. Because in a movie about heroes, if the villain takes a hit, the hero can still shine. If the hero takes the hit, why are we here? That scene where Wonder Woman is holding that tank up and Ares is like, yeah, smash her, crush her, she's a dick. I like that moment a lot, just Wonder Woman looks at her and she's like, she's broken, and she is undeniably fucked up in her methodology. But really, she is a victim of you, dickface, so no. I did like Steve Trevor's sacrifice. It gets a little heavy-handed with the love thing, you know? He gives her the watch, and he's like, I love you. And then she has her monologue basically validating Harry Potter. She's like, love is old magic, and it is the strongest thing ever. That did make me go, you're riding the cheese. But when Steve Trevor takes the plane up and he aims his gun, I'm like, okay, don't just pull the trigger and have it blow up. Have a moment, take a breath, slow down for a second. Because Chris Pine was a shining character in this Wonder Woman movie, and it would be a shame just be like, boom. So sure enough, he does. It takes a breath, it takes a moment, that's all I needed. Then he shoots, blows it up, sacrifices himself. Then Wonder Woman ultimately, I guess, finds her confidence. See, the sword is not the god killer. She tries to stab Ares with it, just turns to ash. He's like, nah, you're the god killer. Because Zeus, that dude got around. You are one of his kids. And basically, you were created to stop me one day. And then she does. She just kind of, all right, deflect. Nope, you're not going to hurt anyone anymore. And then Shazam! She doesn't say that. There were people out there like, whoa, she has the powers of Shazam. Do you see? No, she doesn't. Just a word I used just now. Ultimately, she just vaporizes him though. That's what I talked about in my spoiler-free review, where I was like, the ending does come across as a bit easy. It's like struggle. You know what? No problem at all. And it actually surprisingly makes me want to watch Batman vs. Superman. Now when you look at Batman vs. Superman, you're like, oh, Wonder Woman comes into that after she did all of this shit. I want to see the next chapter. I want to see what she does next. And if what she does next is Batman vs. Superman, kind of want to see that now. Maybe that was their master plan all along. They're like, yeah, we're not going to have the individual movies before the big team-ups, but you can have the big team-ups, then watch the individual movies. You're gonna be like, ooh, now I want to see what they did in the team-up after I'm now wearing the lenses of seeing their individual movies, so there's innate replay value. I don't know. All I know is there seems to be a bit of a causality here. Guys, in the end, Wonder Woman did what I wanted it to do. Or at least it did what I was hoping it would do. Be a kick-ass movie in the DC Cinematic Universe that hopefully shows everybody that there is a pulse in the DC Cinematic Universe. But everyone, want to know what you think about it. So Wonder Woman, have you seen it? What did you think about it? And what were your favorite and least favorite parts? Whatever they are, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.